And one other thing I keep forgetting to document is whatever brain issue I have, that I've been like this since I was a kid, just like the weird way I think outside of the box. Yeah, it's just really strange. But so another thing that got me thinking about everything, just part of my journey was Akira the Don takes like these guys that do speeches and he puts it to music. Well, he did one of Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson's like, tell the truth, 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 or at least don't lie. That's a start. And it always made me think, I'm like, you know, because anytime you open your mouth, you're either speaking a truth or a lie. And the more I thought about it, like my brain, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of thinking that is, like for somebody to just think like that. Like when I was a drunk, I used to think these things. But I also realized, that I remained an alcoholic because I didn't want to. I had a feeling that all this shit was crazy, and I didn't want to deal with it. And so that was out of a fear programming. That was just a natural reaction for me to remain an alcoholic, to not have to face these things. But yeah, anyways, I took that and just analyzed it so far down because I knew that Peterson didn't just waste words like that. And yeah, so it made me think, you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't idolize Peterson, but I believe, on our journey, there are things that are said that spark us. And that was the one for me was, tell the truth or at least don't lie. That's a start. Well, if you feel like you're lying, then you shut your mouth and you be quiet and you observe. And that's sort of what I've done with this healing, Although I was making the videos, I shut myself off from everybody and wasn't influencing like through my actions or daily words like I was before other people. So yeah, I just want to make note of that, is that it is a wild journey. And it takes many different things and letting go of everything and just going with it, and I'm so serious, guys, about looking outside yourself. It's all inside. And it's so funny because that's like the hardest thing. That is the hardest thing for people to do, especially in America. As like I said, I'm talking about Americans because we're so consumed and busy, and the culture we live in is just non-forgiving. So yeah, man, I'm willing to take that risk of just being the voice in the wilderness. Again, just for my healing alone. Yeah. And it really is amazing when we slow down what we realize. That technology thing's no joke. I mean, even reading books, I'm talking about anything, guys. Addiction is anything, Addiction is anything. Even reading books, I have a stack of books up there. I have a stack, thousands and thousands and thousands of pages, and I had to stop because I realized, and this was 9 months ago. I went crazy, and because of the mania, and went and bought all those books looking for answers and started reading, and then right then is when my brain turned off and I couldn't read anymore. But since then, I've just been like, I've realized the waste. Like, you don't have to do that. You can read millions of, I've told you, I've read thousands of books in my lifetime, and where did it get me? I mean, there's so much knowledge in this realm. It's endless knowledge. Any subject you want to learn about is endless. And it's made, that's what I'm trying to say, is it's made to be like that, and all that is a distraction, because that keeps you in the game. Because if the pursuit of that knowledge is like, and then so now you have anxiety. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get away from all that. Like, that's not our function. That whole system is set up. That's not supposed to be like that. That whole system is a fear-based, energy producing. They're generating energy for a purpose. They're using energy. They're doing something. I don't know what, and I don't care. I don't care. Just the fact to know that something is harnessing people's energy and keeping them on a hamster wheel, all of humanity, and bamboozling and hoodwinking all of humanity, is pretty weird. I mean, that's fucked up, dude. And treating all of humanity, again, like I said, my abuse from my mother is an exact mirror image of the abuse I see from these governments and institutions on the civilization and the big business. You know what I mean? And it's amazing, man. I defended my mom for years. I came back home and took a stand against, I left my brother at 16. He was 14. I went to the military for 3 years. I came back, let's say 4 years later, when my brother's 18, 19. And I was in arguments with my brother for my mom as her super soldier. Guys, this is what I'm saying. This is how deep that programming goes. You don't realize it. I was a super soldier. Even after all the abuse, I got away from her. When I finally got away, because of the guilt and shame, because of that mechanism, and it all has to do with the brain. See, and this is all witchcraft. This is all manipulation. This is all high magic. This is all bullshit. This is evil. This is not good. But people do this, and that's what I'm trying to say. It happens, and it happened to me, and I didn't think my healing or what I needed to do was going to involve my childhood like this as much as it is. But it's so funny and so it's such a coincidence. Again, what's the chance of my childhood and my abuse mimicking exactly what I see in society? I mean, and that's going on. They say, oh, you'll see whatever you look for. No, bitch, I don't have to look for it. It's happening. You motherfuckers are covering up your heads and putting your fucking heads up your own asses and in the sand. You know what I mean? You guys are hoodwinking. You're praying to Jesus. You haven't thought a critical thought ever. Ever. Have you still not looked up cognitive dissonance? Have you still not thrown around the fact that you were traumatized as a child and you mimic Stockholm Syndrome? Have you not even considered this fact? I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, no, but you'll pray to Jesus, and you'll turn on your TV, and you'll turn on your music, and you'll go and find whatever distraction this world has waiting for you, that you found your solace, you found your comfortable, part in life at, whether it's, no matter what your hobby is, whatever you do after you get done slaving at your job, working 5 days a week, it's crazy, man. They got you all busy. You guys are wrapped up. You guys are rooted in the system, literally rooted. You can't tell. You don't even know it, but you're rooted in a system that is using you. And as soon as you become like me and just a fucking useless little fuck, they will use you up and spit you out quickly. It doesn't take long. And it's done with no feeling, no emotion. The machine doesn't have emotions other than it generates fear, and it acts as if it's very angry. But yeah, the machine has no emotions, man. It just keeps on moving. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to get some of that out. It is nice sort of being able to do these therapy videos now. With a lot of this baggage off of me, I feel like I can speak. So that's nice.